Lesson 12. A glory has departed. Jawaharlal Nehru. Introduction. Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister, was a great visionary, prolific writer and powerful orator. Born in Allahabad, he was educated at Harrow and Cambridge. On his return to India, he joined the struggle for India's independence. Aristocratic by birth and autocratic by temperament, Nehru was, nevertheless, benevolent by nature. He became a worthy disciple of the Mahatma who called Nehru the jewel of India. The most important of his books are an autobiography, glimpses of world history, and the discovery of India. Nehru's prose style is direct and simple. At the same time, as he has a poetic mind, he loves to bring in emotion, rhetoric and images. According to John Gunther, hardly 12 men in the modern world wrote English as elegantly as Nehru. Contents. A glory has departed is a talk delivered by Nehru on the occasion of the assassination of Gandhiji. It glows with devotion to the departed leader and righteous indignation against the evil forces still at work in India. Nehru's confession. Nehru confesses that as an individual and head of the government of India, he has failed to protect Gandhiji. It is a shame to him as a Hindu, because a Hindu raised his arm against the greatest Hindu of the age. It is a shame to him as an Indian, because an Indian shot dead the greatest Indian of the day. They are unworthy of being called Gandhiji's children, because a hand of a child of his struck him down. Gandhiji above all praise. Gandhiji is above all praise. No words of praise are needed because he has the greatest praise in life than any living man in history. No monument either in bronze or marble is required for him, because Gandhiji has become enshrined in millions and millions of hearts and will live for ages to come. They are not worthy to praise him because they could riot follow his teachings. It is an injustice to praise him in words. Gandhiji, the man of divine fire. Gandhiji was not of the common clay. A glory has departed. Gandhiji, the sun, warmed and brightened the lives of the Indians. Now the sun has set. There will not be darkness because Gandhiji has been a man with divine fire. By following his path, people will be able to illumine the land with the spark taken out of that divine fire. The best homage to Gandhiji. Gandhiji was great in life. He has become great in his death. By his death, he has served the great cause throughout his life. It is human to mourn for him, but he would not like the people to mourn him. He never shed tears when he lost his wife. The best homage to him is to dedicate themselves to the great task undertaken by him. So they have to work, labor and sacrifice, and thus prove the worthy followers of his. The best way to serve Gandhiji's cause. Gandhiji's assassination is not merely the isolated act of a madman. It is the outcome of an atmosphere of violence and hatred prevalent in the country. The only way to serve the cause put before them is to face and fight this atmosphere and root out the evil of hatred and violence. People should think of Gandhiji in terms of work, labor and sacrifice, in terms of fighting evil and in terms of holding to the truth. Conclusion. There is a feeling that the people have been left desolate. But there is a feeling of proud thankfulness that they have been associated with this mighty person in this generation. Summary. Nehru considers it a shame to him as a Hindu because a Hindu raised his arm against Gandhi, the greatest Hindu of the age. It is a shame to him as an Indian because an Indian shot dead the Mahatma, the greatest Indian of the day. Gandhi is above all praise. No words of praise are needed because he has the greatest praise in life than any living man in history. No monument is required for him. He has become enshrined in millions and millions of hearts. They are not worthy to praise him because they could not follow his teachings. Gandhi has passed away. A glory has departed. By his death, Gandhi has served the great cause throughout his life. He would not like the people to mourn for him. The best way of doing homage to him is to dedicate themselves to the great task undertaken by him. They have to work, labor and sacrifice, and thus prove worthy followers of Gandhi. The only way to serve his chosen cause is to root out the evil of hatred and violence. Supplementary materials. Model paragraph. We are certainly not worthy of being his followers, and we are not worthy of even saying words of praise for this great soul who has departed. Explain. Gandhiji stood and strove for secular decency, religious harmony and communal amity. He was against violence and bloodshed, communal hatred and religious animosity. The partition of India witnessed the atmosphere of violence, bloodshed and hatred. It culminated in the assassination of Gandhiji. He was against violence, but violence killed him. Nehru asserts that they are not worthy of being in this government if they fail to take effective steps to root out the evil of hatred and violence. To be worthy of being his followers, they should think of Gandhiji in terms of work, labor and sacrifice, in terms of fighting the evil of hatred and violence, and sticking to truth. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe and share.